Good morning and welcome back. So glad you could join me. Today I just wanted to have a quick cup of coffee, drop a few drills, hopefully on my canvas and not on the floor, but hey, it's me, so we'll see what happens. Today I'm working on my Evermoment. I think I've talked about it before. I'm loving the colors, loving the subject matter. It's some roses. But I think I should have gone bigger. I normally don't like to do much bigger than 30 by 40. This is 40 by 50. I thought this may be big enough to get me some detail. I'm not too excited about the way it's turning out. It's not Evermoment's fault. That's my fault. I could have gone bigger, but I chose not to. So I'm just really enjoying the process, enjoying the therapeutic value of putting drills on this canvas, enjoying the colors. It feels like spring to me, although they're kind of, rich, deep colors. I think just the subject matter with it being roses and the pinks and greens, it just feels like spring. So I'm enjoying it. We'll see how it looks when it turns out. But really, it just kind of looks like blurry blobs of pink and red. But again, like I said, that's not Evermoment's fault. That's mine. I just didn't make the best size choice on this one, but it is what it is. Need a little sip of coffee. Very important for me today and every day. Every morning I need my coffee. I have a t-shirt that says, I like coffee and 3 people. I got it for my daughter, and it definitely sums up my personality. So I think I'm going to start with a nice pink shade, nice dusty pink. Ugh, see, look, I'm dropping drills, this time on the canvas, but I spilled those everywhere. Oh well. I don't know if you guys grab the tweezers when you drop them. I normally, if it's not too bad and they're not too stuck, I will just use my fingers. Quick and easy. I'm off to a good start already, huh? Oh well. I don't need to be perfect to do this craft, that's for darn sure. And if I did, it would definitely not be the craft for me. So today is Thursday. I have 2 more days of work to get through, today and tomorrow, and I'm working on Saturday here at the shelter. I'll work from 9 to 1, but I have just 2 more days left in my day job, I guess, to do. So looking forward to the weekend. This is going to be a big weekend for our family. It is the boys' birthday weekend. And the reason I say it like that is I'm very, very blessed. I had 4 children, and I have, at this point, I may have more because I have one son who's not married yet. He's getting married in May. But I have 7 beautiful grandchildren. 4 of them live here in California and 3 live in Alabama. My son's in the military, so he's stationed there. And it's kind of fun. Of the 4 grandchildren, I have 3 granddaughters and 4 grandsons. And of the 4 grandsons, 3 of them all share the same birthday, which happens to be this weekend, August 27th. So how did they end up having the same birthday? Well, this is kind of fun. My son that lives in Alabama has twin little boys. They're going to be, let's see, how old are they going to be? Are they going to be 4 this year? Yeah, I think they're going to be 4. Oh my gosh, Grandma's getting old. They're going to be 4 this year, but they were born on April 27th. And then 2 years later, my grandson that lives here in California was born on April 27th as well. So I am one broke grandma in April. You know, this year we had Easter last weekend. Grandma's got to do a little something, you know. They got to have a little something from Grandma on Easter. As well as I get, you know, pretty into making the food and, you know, just some different. This year I just purchased a lot of stuff for the family party that we had. I didn't do a lot of cooking, but, you know, between that and Easter baskets and stuff, and you know, little gifts, just stuff to make it fun. And then followed the next weekend by the birthday. So I had to get some birthday gifts this week, so that was really fun. It's always so much fun shopping for kids, especially now that I have, you know, grandchildren and I'm not raising my kids anymore. I don't know, it just feels like less pressure. I'm not quite so worried about, is their birthday going to be a wonderful experience? I can just go buy them something that I think they would have fun with. So that's kind of cool. I do have a little tradition for my grandkids on their birthdays that's on all holidays, really. That's kind of fun, that I hope will be something that they always remember. A little secret about me: I hate to wrap gifts. Hate it, hate it, hate it. And I am very, very bad at it. Mostly because I hate it so much and I get an attitude and I just wad those things up and throw some tape on them. It's a well-known family joke that my kids talk about, something that I didn't know at the time, but the fact that it was very easy to sneak a peek at all their Christmas gifts because they were wrapped so poorly that they could, you know, get into them, see what they were, and just, you know, put another piece of tape on it, and I was never going to know the difference because I had wrapped them so poorly to begin with. So that's kind of a drag, but it's a well-known family joke that that Mom doesn't wrap gifts very well. So since I hate doing that so much, I was at Ross one day, and for my 4 grandkids that live here in this state, I was in Ross and I found these cardboard boxes, and they're really large. I mean, I don't know what the dimensions are, but they're big boxes, and they're, you know, the decorated printed paper type, if that makes any sense. So they have images on them. So for the boys, my 13-year-old grandson and my grandson that's going to be 2 this year, I purchased large treasure chests. And for the girls, I got them boxes that are decorated with flowers and unicorns and rainbows and lots of fun stuff like that. And so every holiday, regardless of what it is, whether it's their birthday, Christmas, I didn't use them for Easter this year, but for all the holidays, rather than wrap gifts, I just take whatever I've purchased for them. And I'm kind of a nut. Sometimes I purchase a lot. I like to buy lots of little things, so it's fun, because they're not going to remember what I got them 20 years from now. Trust me, I'm well aware of that. So I will buy a lot of different little things, and I put them in those boxes. And let me tell you, when those kids see those boxes coming, they get so excited. So that's really kind of fun. In fact, at Christmas this year, on Christmas Eve, my daughter and her husband have a tradition where the kids are told that they can choose one gift to open on Christmas Eve, and then the rest have to wait until Christmas morning. And of course, my grandchildren, being the brilliant little tykes that they are, chose Grandma's unicorn and treasure chest boxes because they were well aware that inside those boxes there was likely to be either something very large or, quite honestly, they know me very well, a multitude of small gifts. So that's what they chose to open. So that was really fun. So this, I got to call my daughter. She normally doesn't do really big parties or anything for the kids. Most years she just does, a family get together. So I'm figuring that's probably what she'll be doing for Gabe's birthday. So I got to get a hold of her and see if there's a plan to celebrate him turning 2. And of course I've already mailed out the packages for the twins. So those should be arriving on Friday. So that'll be really fun. Got to take another little sip of coffee. Excuse me. So, speaking of traditions, and Easter, I was just talking about Easter a minute ago because of course that just passed. I have another fun little tradition with my grandchildren that started when my kids were little. Every year, well, when my kids were growing up, I pretty much did it every year. I do it most years with my grandchildren, but it's traditional for me to create a bunny cake for Easter. I bake a round cake, cut it in half, slap some frosting on it, sprinkle it with coconut, attach a donut to both ends to act as the bunny body, the bunny head and tail. Make paper, cardboard, floppy ears, and use jelly beans for the face. Dye some Easter grass, or not Easter grass, some coconut to look like Easter grass. And that's the bunny cake, and it's really cute. People always love it. It's an awesome decoration. It very rarely gets eaten. For whatever reason, probably because most years I decorate it with the children, so I think people are a little reluctant to eat that cake that's had, little kid hands all over it. I don't know. But anyway, so that's kind of the tradition. So this year, I had worked and my daughter was busy with some activities they had going on. And so I wasn't going to go to her house until 7. Before I went over there, I had stopped to pick up a few things I needed, and she had sent me her grocery list so that I could, do her shopping to save her some time. And some money, I might add, which that's absolutely fine with me. So, but anyway, I was in the store and I knew that it was late. I wasn't gonna, the kids were gonna come home. We have another fun tradition, which is a glowing egg after dark Easter egg hunt. We light up the little plastic Easter eggs and hide those outside for the kids, and I wanted to be sure I did that. So the bunny cake just wasn't looking like it was in the cards this year. But I did run through the bakery to see if maybe they had like a round cake of some kind that I could just cut in two and save some time and maybe go that way. And what I found was an Easter egg shaped cake that was quite large, and I knew it would be just perfect for that bunny body. So I bought it, And I took it to my daughter's house and put it on the table. And my 5-year-old granddaughter comes running in straight to the table and she says, "Oh, Grandma, you got us an Easter egg cake." And I looked at her and I said, "What are you talking about? That's not an Easter egg, honey. That's a bunny." And she said, "Grandma, that's not a bunny, that's Easter egg cake." I said, "No, I'm pretty sure that that's a bunny cake." And she said, "No, Grandma, it's not. It's an Easter egg." I said, "Okay, I'll bet you $1,000,000." I said, "I'll bet you $1,000,000 that that's a bunny cake." I said, "You shake on it." And I said, "Tomorrow morning, I'll bet you anything that's a bunny cake." So she shook, and we, did our Easter evening stuff and put them to bed quickly. And my daughter-in-law and I stayed up and we decorated that bunny cake and put it out on a platter with their Easter baskets. And my granddaughter got up that next morning and running down the hallway, she sees that bunny cake and she stops dead in her tracks, turns around, looks at me, puts her little hand on her hip and gives me this look, kind of shakes her head like, "Oh my gosh, Grandma, I can't even believe you." Then a big old huge smile. So that was really fun. That was a hit. So yeah. Well, I'm still having a little bit of trouble figuring out the record times on my phone here, and if I go for too long, my phone will cut off. So I do not want that to happen. It looks like I've been recording for, I don't know, maybe about 16 minutes. So that's a good thing. So I think I'm going to wrap it up right here. Thanks for having coffee with me this morning and listening to my family traditions. Share some of your family traditions. What are some things that you do that are fun, or your family did when you were little, or you want to start with your family when you have one, or what's some things you've been thinking about doing? And as always, if you feel so inclined, give this video a thumbs up. Come join us over on the Diamond Painting Path project on Facebook to watch the progress that the residents and I make on the path painting. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button, and I'm gonna go, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.